Well, hello guys, welcome to my channel Praveen. So the main thing I'm making today's video is I saw this news that a Kashmiri FMG student has killed himself through suicide in Gautam Nagar, Delhi. So a lot of people don't know who FMGs are, what FMG is, what's going on with students that are traveling abroad to study medicine. So in this video, I wanted to break down everything that's regarding FMG or FMGs, foreign medical graduates from India, and what struggles are they facing and their untold story in this video. So please do watch this video. So coming to the breakdown of story of FMGs, foreign medical graduates from India, what's happening is this story starts when you are done with 11th or 12th, or when you are done with your intermediate. In some states it's called as such. So it's when you are applying for your NEET UG and you're going to sit down for the exam. When talking about NEET UG, I want to share some facts with you in case you are not aware of it. There are only around, I guess, 100,000 medical seats in India for 330 or so medical colleges, which include government and private in India. And for these 100,000 students, imagine how many are writing. It's 2.3 million. Yes, I'm not joking here. For the 2.3 million who are writing, only 100,000 medical seats are available for students to get in. So what's happening with the rest of students is where this focus on FMG starts. So when the children go to sit down, there are three categories of students who are going to write NEET UG. So there are some exceptional students. Some of them just can study for 24/7, and on the exam day they can give whatever they learned and they can get through the system. And also some have the perks of reservation in India, and I don't want to talk about reservation here because it could be a long video, but then we do have such a system in India where even if two candidates get the same marks, the one who come under reserved category get the preference first. So these are the kind of guys, they get in the medical school first, those who study. And I mean, I'm not saying the others don't study, but these are some exceptional students who study so hard, like they can sleep only 4 hours a day, and I don't know how they do that, but that's happening in the country now. And there are other students who don't study at all, they just go and qualify the exam. The only thing they can do is, if they qualify, they have their dads, their grandfathers, and they inherit wealth, and now they can just buy the seat for themselves and they're happy. Now these category are happy, these category are happy. And now there are the middle ones. In these middle ones, there are some who gave their best for the examination. They tried very much, as of the students who was able to get in, but then he was short of few marks and he couldn't get in this couldn't get into this medical school. So now what happens with him is follows the story. So let's compare NEET UG with MCAT. MCAT is an examination in USA for medical entrance, the same as NEET UG. So these students write the exam to get into a medical school, and there are around 190 medical schools in USA. And imagine the population of USA is 330 million. And what's the population of India? 1.4 billion. And we have 330 medical schools, and they have 190 medical schools for just 330 million. And imagine how many students write MCAT each year. 80,000 or 90,000 students. And here 2.3 million students write NEET UG. What's happening? Why are many coming to write to NEET UG? And this year we have record-breaking 2.3 million students are going to appear for NEET UG. Why does everybody want to become doctor? Is it because there is no proper knowledge in parents for exposing children into different fields? Or is it because children only know either engineering or medicine? Or is it because lack of proper guidance? Or is it because of overpopulation? Or is it because there is no enough medical schools? All these questions, I think you need to ask yourself. So this is the point where I'm going to discuss about the middle category where I stopped before. Those who could not get into the medical school, those who could not buy the medical seat. Now these guys aren't so rich, their families aren't rich to get into the medical school through money. Or the point of the working class or middle class parents would be now as such. Now the only thing you can do is waste another year on this, study harder, sleep maybe 2 hours a day. We don't care about your health. That student has gotten into medical school, we want you to get into medical school. We don't care about your life. You might get turned into 20, 21, but you can repeat years, you can take the examination again and again. So some students, for the second attempt or third attempt, they get into the medical school and their dream of becoming doctor would be going on. Now there are some students who spend 1 year, they tried again, they couldn't get in, they are again short of some marks. They tried second year again, they are short of some marks. Now, Indian system is based on age so much. Our parents or our society wants us to get job by 25, get married by 27, have a home by 30, have some millions by 35, have some car, have some family, and be rich around people who doesn't even care about you. That's how our society works on. So for this pressure, because the age is coming upon you now, they want you to join medicine. However, that could be possible. So now, because you couldn't get well in examination, now you'd be listening a lot from your relatives, those who didn't even care you existed, that, oh, how come you didn't get in the medical school? My child got into medical school, or that relative got in, or that relative got in. Now, children will be facing all this. They are tired, they are fed up. They want to escape from the country. They don't want to listen any of these things anymore around them because they are already depressed. Now, putting more pressure on them would add more depression to it. That's one of the reasons we'll be adding up on them and telling them to, it's enough. Let's give up on this journey here of writing NEET UG. But then you can't give up on your dream of becoming doctor. So what would you do? That's where the consultancies come in. Consultancies are a group of people who call themselves, they are linked with universities, get the license from government, pay some money, they give you the license, and get links to a university which is not even properly recognized by the government in whichever country so, and take the students there, put some beautiful ads, show them a future that is so beautiful that doesn't exist in reality except in dreams. Now, how does consultancies work? I don't know how, but they get your number and you're getting messages and calls that, oh, you haven't cleared NEET UG, don't worry. They might also know that you haven't cleared. I don't know how that will be possible. And they'll be suggesting you, there's one in Europe, there's one in USA, there's one in China, there's one in Philippines, and these doctors are becoming so globally recognized. This is better than Indian medical system, Indian education system, and once you are done, you can practice anywhere. I mean, the lies keep mounting on. And now why do these consultancies lie? For money. The only reason that digs down and you found out is just for money. They'll be lying for the. And now what happens with the future of children is what they don't care. If they get 5 to 6 lakhs for students is what they are happy for. And now these consultancies bag these students in, and every year 20 to 25,000 students leave home to travel abroad for medicine. And the major countries are Philippines, China, Ukraine, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Caribbean. Now you might think all of these countries you haven't heard before. Why are they even traveling there? It's because the dream of medicine and this pressure from society and the age mounting upon you, these factors leave you choiceless except traveling abroad. And now once you go there abroad, you realize it's not the skyscrapers you imagine. It's not the people you imagine. It's not the language you know. And then you are in chaos. And then you realize the ads you have seen, that you'll be mingling with the foreigners around and study together, and then doing some practicals, doing some surgeries, are all nothing but lies, big fat lies by the consultancies. Now, why does government doesn't interfere here and take care of consultancies? Because nobody complains. Indians don't want to complain of anything. That's the reason. A lot of consultancies now, each street has 2 to 3 consultancies that can make you MBBS degree abroad. Come and join us. The cheapest, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 5 lakh will give you medical degree. A country that doesn't exist, Central Republic of blah blah, will take you there and give you medicine degree. And some are being cheated because there's no such university that is recognized by MCI. Not all parents are so educated they can check the MCI register, World Health Register, to check if these universities are recognized. All they do is believe, and all consultancies need is to believe. So this is how this business works, playing with children's future. But then let's take the countries of China, Philippines, Ukraine, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, all these countries where the children are going to have their dream of becoming doctor. Now, when you enter, you realize that this is no dream that you dreamt of. This is a reality where you are in a hostel that's full of 5 to 6 people in one room, and you have to cook, which you haven't done before in your life, and you have to walk a lot, because I know universities abroad are not like these universities here. There's a campus in one place and you'll be going around in one campus. It will be around the city. These are called campus towns or university towns. One branch will be somewhere, another branch will be somewhere, and you'll be walking around. And then you have to wake up and walk through the snow, walk through the different temperatures. If you're in Europe, I know how cold it gets. And then you have to suffer all this. And then you have to come home again and then cook your food again, eat, and then share with friends. Now, sharing is always the biggest problem. Now, many students can't express. It will kill friendships. It will kill bonds. These are some things that people can't express, but then they are facing a lot. Going for grocery shopping, then sharing money. Some will pay, some won't pay. And then the fees is something consultancies would say $7,000 or $6,000, $5,000, and then you go there, it will be like $8,000, or you'll be rusticated. Then you pay it. You have no other choice. You can't complain. And then you'll be hostel room is like $1,000, $800, $1,200, and then you see it's not even worth $200 because you'll be sharing it with 4 people and everything is in one room and common kitchen for the whole entire floor. But then you have no choice except being there. After facing all this, at the end of the day, your parents will be calling you through video call, thanks to phones, and then you just have to lie, making a happy face, going through a lot. And then there's also this inside you that's telling you have lost in NEET UG there. Now it's time for you to get into NEET PG, or be a recognized doctor, to work hard and study hard, because you have lost once in your life and you'll be already suppressed. Now you don't want to even socialize a lot because you have always this feeling of something you have lost, which you haven't lost at all, but it's just a feeling that society put upon you. And I have also come across parents who can't even tell their parents are studying in this country, because our people have done so much research on countries. Now they know where the state exists in United States, where a city exists in United Kingdom, so they know which country has money, which country doesn't have money. So if you tell you're studying in Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan, they tell, oh, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, or Ukraine. But when you tell UK, USA, they are like, yeah, we got you. So now parents are somewhere, in guilt to express he's studying in Philippines or China, because they know it's not as ultra modern abroad they want others to think of. Now, this is also another problem. For 6 years, it's like they're in exile, they are hiding, waiting for one moment and holding their dream of becoming doctors, wearing the lab coat and wearing the stethoscope around their neck. And now the time goes on. The other minuses staying abroad are, you won't be with your parents and your age would be around 21, 22, 23, 24, I would say. And this is the age where you are turning into a complete adult, and without proper guidance you'll be turned into an improper adult, because the seniors would be there. They already, these are the guys who think they gained every knowledge in the world and they know nothing works in life except smoking and drinking. And these are the guys who encourage the juniors that smoking and drinking is a new ritz or new cool in this world, and then get girls. Now you have to also face this and try to stop your emotions to going towards that, because you have a dream that would make you in good position. But then it's not as easy as that. Around 20% of students I have seen have fallen under this trap of girls, smoking, drinking, partying. I wouldn't say it's wrong, but then at this age, if you don't keep the limit, I think that's where we mislead ourselves, because I remember sometimes having money for groceries at the month end is even hard. So how would I make money for alcohol or smoking? Having money for rent was hard. Having money for looking at touristic spots around Eastern Europe is even hard. Going out, people think, oh, you traveled abroad for 6 years, why didn't you see the places there? Only if you have stayed there, you would have known. Saturday, Sunday would be like a weekend that we would be waiting for whole 4 days because we'd be walking a lot, then cooking, coming home. So yeah, these are some of the difficulties you would face. But then you keep moving because time will be moving on. Time doesn't wait for none, right? The 6 years would be in a blink, and then you'd come home happy thinking that now you have a medical degree. The country that told you that you didn't pass NEET UG, now you have eligibility to write NEET PG and become a doctor here. That's the dream you are coming with. But then India implemented an examination called FMGE, which was before MCI, Medical Council of India. Now it turned into NMC, National Medical Commission, and they implemented this exam, Foreign Medical Graduate Examination. Now, just check the records of Foreign Medical Graduate Examination. Every year, 25,000 to 30,000 students write. Only 2,000 to 3,000 students pass this examination, which is around 10 to 20% the pass percentage, and it went to deep down to 4% in 2014. Imagine only 4% students passed the examination. Now, would you say, is this something wrong with the education system of Europe or education system of Asia, in China and Philippines? You should ask yourself, why are doctors practicing in their countries, in Ukraine, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, are qualifying and they are practicing there in their home country happily? But why are our students who learned at the same place are unable to clear the examination so easy? There are multiple factors here. The curriculum of how these, I studied in Europe, so I know how these Europe countries operate. It will be 4 classes per day at the beginning, first 3 years when clinicals don't start. So it's like every day is based upon one test. So you study every day and you study for that passing mark of that day. You don't want to remember the concept. As long as you want to pass that day and you're done with it, you're happy. Because you don't want to be rusticated from the university. Oh yeah, every year 40 to 50 students from my university would be rusticated because they couldn't pass examination or they didn't attend classes on time. Attendance is the biggest thing in Ukraine where I studied. If you haven't attended class, you need to get permission from dean after 4 in the cold temperature. You need to go there and wait at dean office for him for 1 hour so that you could get a permission. Why you are absent, even if you are sick, you should explain to him. So after you get permission, you go to the teacher who put you the absent and then explain to her the topic that you missed. And then your absent is removed from the electronic system, so you could be able to write the some examinations. Now this is what is happening in the country I studied. I don't know about other countries what's happening there, but then why I wanted to mention this is this: going through everything of this and you want me to study FMG as a separate one is very hard. And there are seniors who themselves don't know anything. For you to explain, you need to start from this, you need to start, this is the best source, this is this. Nobody wants to communicate to each other. It's like Indians don't want to communicate to each other and help each other. That's where the major problem comes from. And that's why I'm doing this video. If this video can limelight on some issues that nobody wants to talk about and could be shared and it could be seen by others and could educate others, I'll be so happy. Yeah. So what's happening is, undergoing this curriculum of Europe or Philippines, and they are back to the home country and now they need to write something of Indian format again, the MCQs, which are 300 and 150 MCQs to pass. You might tell like, what? No negative marking, just out of 50%, why can't you just answer them? I would say just check the previous year questions of FMG and previous year questions of NEET PG. NEET PG is an examination for Indian medical graduates to get into the postgraduate medicine. It's the same. Compare both this exam and you see the same. Now we have studied somewhere, the curriculum is different. At least give us some time and or tell us send a curriculum to all these universities, Ukraine, Philippines, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, saying that, we permitted the license to you to take Indian students, but we recommend you to teach them as per our FMG rules, because after coming them, we won't let them practice with your degree. We need to test them again. So your education, your degree doesn't work near us. We want our children to write our examinations. So you should have written to them. You should have told them from the beginning that they should teach us what FMG and prepare us with that mindset. But you wouldn't do that. We wouldn't have idea till when we come back here. And they put FMG in a way that 6 months of your time is exactly wasted just for the preparation. Oh, why is it wasted? And here comes another business market. Come to us, we will make you pass FMG. A lot. Offline, online, videos, YouTube. We are #1 faculty. We have the highest passing percentage. Come to us, study through us. Now, the children are even confused to which coaching institute to join. Because one will say one is the best because one faculty is in one, the other faculty is in one. For pathology, this guy is the best in this app. For pharmacology, this guy is best in this app. Now to take 2 apps, you have already spent lakhs of money, and now you want to, in the name of coaching institutions, you put again 60,000, 70,000, and some want to go offline to Trivandrum, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, and then there to stay in hostel we need to pay again, and then the transport we need to pay again, and for the classes we need to pay again. And these classes would be for a day long. After you put a class day long, when would the child have time to revise what you did day long? He'll be tired and want to sleep. So these are the coaching institutes that have their bags ready and get their money ready when these FMGs are coming. And as I told you, 2,000 to 3,000 pass. So the other 25,000 want to repeat the exam again. Now these guys are so confused, they don't want to repeat on their own themselves, so they want another coaching to be taken. So another term, every term the coaching institute is being benefited here. Now I'm not blaming coaching institutes. They are doing what they are doing because they're also giving their time, the teachers of the faculty. But then they should also understand that if the pass percentage is so low, what could be improved within themselves? Or changing the faculty always, why is it resulting in so many lesser pass percentage? Maybe they should be consistent with the faculty so the child can choose one. And maybe they should change some ways of teaching to understand better, or try to understand the examination better, because NMC always keeps changing the pattern. They want more students to fail this examination, I think. Yeah. So this is what happens to write FMG. I will tell my story of FMG in future videos, because mine is an entire different story. It would be heart-wrenching. I came from Ukraine war, and then what happened to me, I will tell you in a separate video, because this NMC wasted 1 year of my life for giving one single eligibility certificate, which I'll be explaining in detail in next video. So please do watch out. And not only me, many students are facing this. Okay, let's continue of the MBBS students abroad. They came back, they're prepared for FMG. Now, let's say, luckily you have passed the examination. You have passed the examination. You think you would immediately get into NEET PG or eligible for NEET PG? No, sir. You would wait for 2 to 3 months to collect your pass certificate in Delhi, and then another 1 month for the counseling in your state to happen, and another 1 month for the internship to start. Now, why internship? You did in your place wherever you studied, you had clinicals, it's written in your transcript, but these guys don't want to listen to it, don't want to accept it. But during COVID also, Indian medical graduates stayed home. During COVID, some stayed home, but then they don't care. They said COVID and war has affected our clinical knowledge, and also the clinical questions on FMG examinations. Maybe we didn't know, we just answered like that. Maybe our knowledge wasn't there. So they want us to do clinicals to gain clinical knowledge. And this to gain clinical knowledge is not 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. It's 2 years. Can you imagine? You went, let's say, between 18 to 20 years for abroad to study medicine. and you spent 5 to 6 years, you'll be 25, 26 by the age you come here to India, and you waited 6 to 7 months to 8 months to get into internship after passing the examination, because that's how long this process takes. And now you're almost 25, 26, and you know Indians how much the pressure would be, because Indians like to get early in life, increase the population, because that's what we are here for, fight and beat China in population. We have to marry. That's where our relatives come in. Your child is 25, 26, my child is married for 22, 24, BBA, MBA. Why are you not marrying your son? Oh, haven't he gotten any PG yet? Or haven't he finished his medicine yet? Oh, he's not recognized here yet. Now, these are the words parents would be hearing from relatives who hasn't helped a single penny through all the 6 years of this child education abroad while studying medicine. But now they are here for giving suggestions that would do nothing except more damage in a neighborhood of healthy family. Now parents will be facing this pressure, and now they want to put the pressure upon you. Why are you not doing things faster? Why are you not working? Where is the money? Why is it not coming into us? When will you marry? Now I see this child marrying at 28, 27, this one is marrying for 24, 25. They all inherited wealth. They all took some different jobs. They all took different fields. Maybe they studied medicine here, they got PG by 24, 25. But our journey was different. We don't know who to blame, we are just here. We should blame government, or should we blame our parents, or should we blame ourselves? We ourselves don't know. We are just going on with the flow, whatever the rules that are put upon us, because we can't question. Because we are afraid now questioning would say us that our degree isn't even recognized. They can even put 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Because they know we can't do anything and they can do everything. That's what NMC keeps thinking of us as FMGs. The examination fee is higher than NEET PG, where the number of candidates writing is lesser than NEET PG. I don't know what's the logic behind it though. And then, okay, you got into it. Now, why 2 years internship, 3 years internship? Nobody asks. No minister, I don't know, health minister is Mansukh Mandavia. I think we need to have a chat with him. But none of the students are ready. Students are so busy, or doing hard work from morning to evening. They just want to sleep, because you are making them do free internship, and they don't even have time to think why are they even doing that when they are not getting paid. And all you put in their mind is you are here, you need to get through NEET PG. For that you need license, and for that license you need internship. That's the only thing they know, but they don't question. That's the problem with Indians. They don't question. Why do I need internship to get license? Why do I need license to get right NEET PG? Why do I need to wait? Why do I don't get paid as Indians? What mistake did I do? But you are the Indian government, the same Indian government allowed these consultancies to put through the universities there and sent us there. You're okay with everything. But then when we come back, you're not okay with anything. I don't know how this system works, guys. But that's what is happening. Now, there's a rule, 2 years of internship is what foreign medical graduates are going through. And most, I'm saying most, in case 80% of the students are not getting paid. And they are doing shifts, morning shifts, night shifts, but they are not getting paid. And nobody is here to ask. And you type something on Twitter, nobody wants to make it trend, but they'll be making some religious trend, casteist trends. That's what this ruling party or whichever leaders, political leaders want, but not want the future doctors. I mean, I'm also not talking about foreign medical graduates here. Let's look at Indian medical graduates, the pressure they are paying, severely underpaid. I saw many students who are residents here, PG Y1, PG Y2, they'll be doing night shifts, they won't even have time for family, and they'll be getting paid 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. For what? And yeah, that's one thing that's depressing. And now you're done with 2-year internship or 3-year internship, which is unpaid. By then you'll be 28, 29. Now you're so confused in life, because Indian girls are so interested, they want government job guys for 24, 23, they want to escape with them. We don't even have girls to marry. Yeah, that's one of the problem. Yeah, that's not even the problem I'm talking about. But then 29, 30, the main problem is you earning something for your family. This is the age where we as young people want to give it back to our parents. but then we are still studying for another examination, NEET PG or something else. Now NEET PG, sometimes they put in a timeline where your internship would come to an end, but you won't be eligible to write it. That's how they put it. It's depressing. Now I want to ask Indian government these questions. Why is USMLE, which is one of the hardest examination, and which one of the USA has one of the highest medical structure, health infrastructure, everything, they are letting their students write the exam whenever they want, whenever they are ready, they can schedule it. Even MCAT is an exam like NEET UG. They can write anytime they want, 3 times in a year. They can schedule it and write it. They can go to the center. But ours is like only government should conduct it on one day and release the results on one day, held the counseling on one day, make all the joining year days on one day. All this results in nothing but super waste of time of students. Well, there are many questions I want to ask people. Why are you not asking why 2-year internship? Why are you not asking why FMGE is not held, whenever we want to write in a way fashion? Why are you changing the pattern of FMG, the foreign medical graduate examination? Why is there rule of 2-year internship? Why is the 2-year internship unpaid? Why should we travel abroad when you don't like it? Why don't you say it? Or why don't you increase the medical colleges? Why don't you increase the quality education? So these questions remain unanswered, but they'll keep coming for the votes in the next 2 months, telling they have done this and that and that and this to country, which they haven't done or haven't done. Is up to you to decide. But then guys, I just want to say this. Those who are FMGs and watching this video, or those who are random people watching this video, the only thing you can do is help each other. I think that's the most important thing on earth. If you know something, if you know a better pathway, if you know a better way of passing examination, or if you know something better, if you tell others, that's how someone would know. You better advisors, don't destroy each other, try to help each other. I think that's the only way we can grow as a system, and then we can ask the system why you aren't working properly, because we are united. But nobody wants to be united here. That's the biggest problem of all. But those who are dreaming of becoming doctor, don't let anything suppress you. Hold on to your dream, and I wish you great success. Thank you for watching.